With only a month and a half to go until we can finally get our hands on Resident Evil 4 Remake, I thought now would be a good time to detail every single change that will come to the remake that sets it apart from the original game. Although the developers have stated that the remake will play it close to the original, of course, some things have been done to the remake to, quote, modernize it and enhance various aspects in the remake. If you want to hear more from the game's producer about how Resident Evil 4 Remake aims to be faithful to the original, consult the video I did on that linked in the description. Just make sure to come right back to this one, as you're not going to want to miss all the changes we know so far in the remake of Resident Evil 4. Before we get into it, make sure to hit the like button, and I want to briefly mention the giveaway I'm having for this game, so make sure to hit the link in the description if you want a chance to win one of 2 copies of Resident Evil 4 Remake. Anyone can participate, and I don't care where you are in the world watching this. If you are a winner, I will make sure that you get the game on the platform of your choice so you can download it in time for launch day. All good? Got it? On with the show. Immediately off the bat, we've got the graphical updates that are of course coming with the remake. The game is sporting more of a darker, grittier palette than the original, bringing more of a menacing and horror-like vibe to the setting of Resident Evil 4. In addition to the new graphics, we have new enemies to tackle here in this remake. Along with fan favorites like Dr. Salvador and this somehow still functioning first Ganado encountered in the house, we have this brute with a massive hammer that will surely devastate the player if caught in its wide swings. Oh yeah, and this guy is wearing the head of a bull. Capcom has said that we have even more new enemies to encounter throughout the campaign of Resident Evil 4 Remake, so that's something to look forward to. Now, onto the gameplay side of things. This is where the bulk of changes to Resident Evil 4 will be. Firstly, Leon can now move while aiming and firing his weapons, in line with how the previous Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 remakes played. Although the red dot sight is not available immediately from the start, players are able to get the sight from the merchant. The game comes included with a new control scheme similar to RE2 and RE3 remakes, and also includes a classic control scheme similar to the original RE4. The knife has seen significant changes this time around in the remake. Unlike the original RE4, which had players awkwardly slash their knife in the same direction to break open boxes, containers, and killing Ganados, the remake introduces knife durability that will function similarly to Resident Evil 2 Remake, with each use of the knife, whether breaking free from an enemy grab, stealth kills, or other enemy attacks, a small part of the knife durability bar shown here will deplete. Players can even parry Dr. Salvador at the expense of completely breaking the player's knife. With the knife also comes with it some combat features should players have enough durability remaining. Such offensive knife abilities include being able to damage an enemy after being grabbed, attacking enemies that have hold of Ashley, and also attacking enemies that are downed, which also prevents enemies from turning into their Las Plagas form. In addition, the knife can be used at the moment right before an enemy attacks to parry the attack, as shown here with the Ganado wielding a pitchfork. The knife can be upgraded from the merchant, including its damage and durability. The merchant can repair your knife as well. Leon can also hold more than one knife in his case, which will certainly be helpful if you plan on taking advantage of the parries and offensive capabilities of the knife. Leon can also attack enemies from behind in stealth. Speaking of stealth, Leon can now more appropriately use stealth in Resident Evil 4 Remake as he is able to crouch walk, allowing players to pull off stealth kills when positioned behind an enemy with enough durability in their currently equipped knife. Since we are on topic of knives at the moment, let's talk about swapping weapons for a bit. Unlike the original, in which players had to pause the game to open the case to navigate to which weapon they wanted equipped at any given time, players may now access all of their weapons through the weapon quick select system similar to that of the remakes of Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. Players may still switch weapons via the case screen if they so choose. Companion AI is also greatly changed in the remake. Ashley no longer has a health bar, and her survivability is instead dictated by this bar on the lower right side of the screen when an enemy has captured her. If the bar were to fully deplete, it's a game over. Although Ashley no longer has a health bar, it should be noted that if she were to sustain a great deal of damage, she would enter a downed state. If she were to get hit while in this state, she would die. Ashley regains health over time when not sustaining damage. Leon can now toggle Ashley between two modes: stay behind and stay close. Stay behind has Ashley hang behind Leon and try to put distance between her and the Ganados. Stay close has Ashley follow behind Leon quite closely. Ashley is now a lot more useful around the environment, allowing her to squeeze through tight areas to unlock areas for Leon, or to pull down ladders and unlock doors for Leon to further explore the game's numerous environments. It should also be mentioned that dumpsters will no longer be present in Resident Evil 4 Remake as a hiding spot for Ashley. Players must ensure her survival with the various commands and systems in place to successfully escort Ashley out of harm's way. The AI for Luis is also overhauled, as he is more aggressive and smart in dealing with enemies. Side quests are being introduced to the game. Along with the blue medallions returning to the village section, various blue flyers can be found, allowing players to take on side objectives that reward the player with valuable resources. Such side quests include typical fetch quests, eliminating monsters, completing puzzles, and more. Eliminating this scorpion like Plagas dog is one such quest players can partake in. Side quests will also be placed throughout the game and will not solely be limited to certain areas. Boards can be used to board up windows to ward off zombies, similarly to Resident Evil 2 Remake, as we can see here during the Ganado bombardment of the villa with Luis. If I missed any new gameplay changes, feel free to inform everyone in the comments below. New weapons introduced in Resident Evil 4 is the Bolt Thrower, a crossbow of sorts that allows Leon to shoot at enemies from afar and even retrieve the fired ammo. The Bolt Thrower can be equipped with mines, and could be a replacement for the Mine Thrower weapon that was in the original game. Gunpowder will also be introduced to Resident Evil 4 for the first time, allowing players to combine various types of gunpowder to create ammo for your firearms. In addition to the weapons, our favorite merchant returns with a new trade option, allowing players to trade valuable resources from the environment in exchange for unique valuables, including everyone's favorite red dot sight. And last but certainly not least, we have the customizable cases. Each case has passive awards, like increasing the drop rates of certain ammo and items. Along with the cases, players can find case charms, which further grants buffs to the various attributes of the character, including this chicken charm here, which grants 100% effectiveness in the restoration of the egg type used. Now, let's talk cinematics. The game will have completely redone cinematics that follow the storyline of the original RE4, with some tweaking. There will be absolutely no cinematic QuickTime events this time around. Ingrid Hunnigan will now appear as a fully featured character model in some scenes, giving her appearances more of a cinematic quality. In addition, Hunnigan will also retain her similar portrait animations from the intercom transmissions like the original, but instead of that dialogue being its own scene, players will maintain control over Leon during said transmissions. And that's about it for all the confirmed changes coming to Resident Evil 4 Remake so far. Of course, as we learn more information about the game, I will make sure to inform you all of such changes before the game officially launches on March 24th for the PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Make sure to enter into the giveaway if you'd like a chance to be one of 2 winners of a digital copy of Resident Evil 4. All the details for that are linked in the description, so make sure to check that out. Watch this video here if you'd like to get a detailed breakdown of the elements as shown by Game Informer's coverage of the game. Thank you all for the support, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.